Thanks, Debbie, and thanks everybody for coming on board. And Joan, I want to thank you so much because I put out an SOS to see who was willing to share their testimonials, and you put your hand up. So I'm so very grateful, as everybody else is in iGalen, because this is how we learn. You need to understand that this is your personal thought pattern. So everything that comes forth is how you've experienced it. So it's not something that's attached to Dr. Ahrens or attached to Dr. Stefano. So just so we put that there in place. But thank you very, very much. I'm going to pretty much give you an open floor.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks for the introduction. So I'm happy to share my story because I consider myself a walking miracle, and it's thanks to Emulin and Klamax. But Emulin was the first product that I tried. I realized in getting ready for this tonight, I first was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis in 1973. That's how long I have been fighting this. And I went for about 10 years with special pens, special things for my hands, special shoes, trying to keep walking, keep moving. And after about 10 years, they found medication that helped me. And I went on the medication. I've been on it ever since, up until 2016. By that time, my arthritis was quite bad, but I was taking Vioxx, which was really helping. And then I had a stroke, a major stroke. Found out I'd already had 2 small strokes, didn't even know I'd had. And I was left, well, then I had to go off the arthritic medicine because that's what brought on the stroke. And so they said, you can't take that anymore. You can't take any of your medications. Well, what they told me basically was, as I lost my mobility, I couldn't walk without the walker. And then my hands wouldn't function, so I couldn't walk with the walker. So then my only option was a wheelchair. Well, I have stairs all over my house. I couldn't use a wheelchair. My life, basically, I was feeling it was over. I actually saw a specialist that I waited 9 months to see, and I went in and he told me I was a rutted road and that there was nothing anyone could do to help me. And I went home and cried. And then I got angry and I thought, I'm going to find something. I'm going to do something, but I didn't know what to do. And I was sitting in the playroom at the daycare, and I was sitting in the chair with the walker in front of me, and I was crying because I couldn't get up and I couldn't get hold of it. I couldn't walk. And I thought, what am I going to do with my life? And Kathy phoned me and she said, Joan, I've been thinking about you. I want to tell you about something I just heard about that I've just got involved in. And she started to tell me about Emulin. Now, I was very leery of any drugs because of what had just happened to me. And I said, no. And she said, no, it's not a drug. It's a natural product. She said, it won't hurt you, it can't conflict with anything, and it fights inflammation. Well, as soon as I heard that, I thought, I got nothing to lose. I will try it. And so I got my first bottle. I started taking it. Within a few days, my hands had improved enough that I could grasp the walker. And I started to, walk again. Within weeks, I was off the walker, I was onto the cane. And shortly after that, I threw away the cane. Well, I didn't throw it away, it's still upstairs in my bedroom. But I don't use the cane. In fact, I have never felt better in my life. I don't think I have felt this good without drugs since 1972. And that, to me, is stunning. Because I'm 69 years old now. I'm going to be 70 in September. And I feel young. Now, what happened, I started taking the Emulin. It helped immensely. I just can't say enough about what it did for me. I have fully regained my life. And then Klamax came along, and I started taking Klamax, and that was just adding to it. It just got better and better every day. And then recently I ran out of Klamax, and then I heard Dr. Joe say, 2 pills a day are for healthy people to help them. If you have a problem, you should take more. So I thought, So I upped my Emulin to 4 a day. And the change has been phenomenal. I was out digging a trench. I'm digging a trench in my backyard for gravel to go in because we have a drainage problem. And I was digging the trench, me. That amazes me. I couldn't even pick up a shovel before. I couldn't hold that kind of weight in my hands. I would have dropped it. So for me to be able to pick it up and dig in the dirt is just quite an amazing thing. Yeah. My eyesight's improved, although I still need my glasses for anything close up. I can take them off outside. My distance vision is back. It's the first time since I was, my goodness, in my 20s. It's just been an amazing journey. I'm so grateful to Dr. Ahrens and to Emulin and also to Dr. Stefano and Klamax. I can't wait to get back on it. I'm just waiting for my order to come. But I think with 4 Emulin and Klamax, who knows, I might be a teenager next. It's amazing. My hands, I haven't been able to use my hands properly for years. For so many years, I can't even remember. I had horrible little things that would hold my hands so that my fingers wouldn't, because my fingers were all twisting and bending and turning and big knobs on them. The knobs have gone away. Like, my fingers have gone down. They've even straightened out a great deal. And the other day I dropped something on the floor, a little tiny pill, and I went to pick it up, and I did. I picked it up and I put it on the table, and I thought, wow, I haven't picked up anything off the floor. I haven't been able to grasp anything small for more years than I can recall. And I just picked it up and put it on the table. Now, that might not be a big thing to you, but it was huge to me. It was totally huge. And then I went to see my doctor who's kind of skeptical. She said, oh, everybody recovers from a stroke. You know, there's always some recovery. And I said, but I don't think you get better. I don't think it's normal to get better, just not to get improved from where you were long before the stroke. This is not just normal recovery. This is something extra special. And I'm just so grateful.
So, Joan, can I ask you, like, since you've had, I've got tears listening to you because I get really emotional about people that have had such really challenging journeys, and you've had years of this. And I must say that when I look at you, your face is just a beacon of hope. Thank you for sharing that with us, with what you just had. But I wanted to ask you, you know, from a stroke, a lot of us understand, or we may have had exposure to somebody that has had that, and it's exactly that. There are always symptoms that people are left with from after having the stroke, and you can visually a lot of the time see that. But are you telling us that from what your personal experience is, that what are these symptoms that you're left with? Are you left with anything at all? Like, do you feel like that you've gone back to, how are you feeling that you've recovered?
Just feel lately a little bit with my short-term memory. Other than that, I mean, I've recovered far beyond what anybody thought I could recover. I went to the doctor recently. I started to say this, and I had a bone density test because I've also had osteoporosis for years, and my bones have been getting thinner and thinner, and it was a great concern. But this time when I went, I actually went up 0.5%. 0.5%. It improved. It didn't go down for the first time in 20 years. Wow. And I mean, that's
remarkable.
I mean, my skin has improved. My skin's soft. I mean, my skin felt like a leather factory. And now it's all soft. And I'm moving. I'm doing a senior fitness program.
Oh, you go, girl.
Yeah. I'm actually having a lot of fun.
And it shows in your face, Joan. What I've really noticed with you is that you've literally, it's like you've been reborn, because you can see that you are a happier person, but your skin colouring, your skin tone, everything within it, you had a real redness in your skin tone before, and that was very prominent. That's disappeared, unless you've got makeup on today or minimum.
No, I thought call was an hour from now, so I had nothing on.
You know, I look at your skin, and I just think that for me is a huge indicator. The skin's the largest organ in our body, and I'm looking at your skin on your face, and it's just perfect. Like the colouring of your skin, there's no redness there at all from what I can see.
Yes, no, it seems to be gone. I also had rosacea, so I would get red, very red at times, and that seems to have disappeared. I'm not sure if it's totally gone, but I haven't had it for quite a while. And it just, my whole body, like every part of my body feels better. I don't know how else to explain it. It just, I mean, I'm quite amazed. And people who knew me then and see me now are quite stunned. And I tell them all, it's Emulin and Klamax.
So can I just ask you just to repeat your doses from what you do take so that people
now understand? I'm taking 4 Klamax a day, or 4 Emulin a day, sorry. I'm not taking Klamax because I ran out of it and I'm waiting for the new shipment. But I was taking 2 of those, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening.
That's one of the big scoops in Klamax?
Yeah, actually, I did a half in the morning and a half in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, although I might go to a big scoop in the morning and a big scoop in the evening. I'm so amazed with what's happened with 4 Emulin that I'm willing to try extra Klamax too, because, I mean, it's just, I consider myself a walking miracle. I really do. I don't know how else to say it, because it's just been such an amazing journey from, I want to go back to the therapist. I had a team of people in the hospital who were trying to help me learn to walk again and to talk again and do all those, because it was my left side that was affected. So my left side didn't work. So mainly they were trying to teach me how to walk without falling and to talk. And they said the best thing for my talking was to talk a lot and smile and laugh. And I said, well, I do lots of that, so I should be good there. But the rest of me, I was very, very worried about. And then it got really, really scary after I came home, and the arthritis started really coming back because I wasn't taking the medication. And now I don't take any medication. I mean, that in itself is such a relief.
So you're saying all that you're taking now is iGalen products? You're not taking...
Oh, I do take my blood pressure pill still and my stomach pill, because my stomach, I was very badly damaged by the medication I took for years, and all the... But they had me on an antidepressant because I was so depressed from it was happening. I was taking Vioxx and Celebrex. And I was taking... They wanted me to take 6 Tylenol 3s a day for the rest of my life.
Oh,
I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I said no, but I was taking a lot of regular Tylenol because I was in such pain.
Hence the stomach problems.
Yes.
Nope. I was a pharmacist for 21 years, and thank heaven I'm not on that side of the street anymore. But, you know, all of those drugs that you mentioned they have so many negative side effects, and to get off all of those is absolutely miraculous, because the rheumatoid arthritis medications are some of the most damaging. They're some of the strongest. Yeah, they're nasty. They're really nasty.
Yes, very nasty.
And to get off of those is just such a blessing.
I mean, Emulin was just such a godsend. I mean, I would have walked over glass to find something to help me. And I didn't think it existed. I mean, everyone was telling me there was nothing that could help me. And then I started taking 2 a day Emulin, and everything changed.
To see you from where you were 12 months ago and now looking at you now, you really are a Wonder Woman. And it's just...
Thank you. I feel like a Wonder Woman. I do.
I just really am so very, very thankful that this has been brought into your life, and it's just a remarkable story to hear it. It's even more emotionally something that makes me really so heartwarmingly happy for you, because just to see you can see when you're talking about it that the joy that it comes from within you is very evident. You've been given your life back. I would be, presumptuous to say that for me it sounds like you've had your life completely turned around and given back to you. Yes, no, that's true. It just when I was sort of thinking it was over, it just blossomed again, and it's just quite amazing. And so I'm enjoying it. I'm going to take advantage of this time.